Welcome.
Hello, folks.
Hello. Welcome. Episode 3 of the Middle Way podcast.
You said the still. We're getting there, man.
Middle Way podcast
Yep.
with Garrett Bender and Brant Bender. I'm Brant Bender, and that's my brother Garrett Bender. So I think we should say a little thing about what is the Middle Way podcast? Middle Way.
Yeah. So there's kind of multiple meanings to the name. It's a name I came up with a few years ago, but kind of seems fitting because we're in the middle part of our life in a way, which means like we're awakened to what we kind of want to be and who we want to become. We have become more aware of that, but we're kind of just beginning on that cusp, like on that road down self-help, self-discovery, conquering thyself, all of that.
Yeah.
Could definitely work on this elevator pitch style like opening for the explanation of this podcast. Yeah, and then there's also the ebbs and flows of life, and we want to find the middle way and seek the middle way, which is like to be stoic, to be in control, not just a victim to your emotions and circumstances, but to find that middle, damn it.
Yeah. It's all right. I've noticed that from so many different people now that
Yep.
but it doesn't bother me. Unlike when I say like I just did, that bothers. I just did it again. That bothers me.
Yeah.
I guess there is a time and place for the word like when you're describing something, I guess, but when you use it too much, that just so off-putting to me. But
yep.
No, I agree. With really nailing down the description of this, or like having that opening statement, kind of describing exactly what this is. Because you're right, though. Like exactly what you just said. The middle of our lives, the middle way, finding that balance. Because we both just talked for a while, and I feel way better now personally, but I know I was definitely not on that middle way. I was very low. I would say I was at a low point for the first time moving down here. Besides the homesickness and all that I was talking to you about, but I don't know. After talking about it and thinking about things too, talking about it is good. Like what we just did, it was helpful. I think there's a time where we get too emotional, we get too in our heads, and we just like spiel out bullshit, kind of like just to validate our shitty feelings, I guess, at that time. Instead of swallowing it, it's tough to do that all the time. But for me, I don't know, it was nice to at least talk a little bit and get on the same page on certain things. But we still have a long ways. I got to remind myself too, we're like, this is brand new for us. It's only been 2 months now, coming up on 2 months. December 1st, I think, would be 2 months exactly. I think I moved down here October 1st.
Yep.
So I got to check myself a lot on that as well. But yeah, the middle way, middle path. Like we know there's that low point in life, and then there's that high point in life. We haven't really. I think we've already hit the low point. The high point might be yet to come. I don't know. Now we're kind of in the middle.
Yep. Yeah. And it's like understanding there's always ebbs and flows. There's always going to be highs and lows. There's always going to be challenges. People die, things happen, accidents, crazy stuff you can't prepare for, and like if you're going to be, like I said, like a victim to your emotions, like it's going to be an exhausting life, and know that from experience. We're very good at beating ourselves up we're very good at being negative, like we're very good at overanalyzing all of the problems with ourselves. Like that's something I think we're both very good at. I think we both also struggle with at the same time, like feeling good about the good things and
Yeah.
seeing, the growth and the progress and rewarding ourselves for that properly and like actually feeling that. Yeah, dude, every time
Right.
I say like, or no, that's how you make a change. So like we're very we've heightened our awareness to our speech
Yeah.
already, which is nice. But damn, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a point off of what you were saying though. But it's ebbs and flows, low time, whatever. Maybe I'll come back around. I was thinking of
Well,
like some people take notes. I've noticed Jordan Peterson.
yeah.
He's a psychologist, though. Like, so that's kind of like part of their practice is taking notes on people. But even when he's like talking and having like a difficult conversation or on a podcast, like he'll like write notes as the other person's talking and like prepare ways to respond. Because I had a point to something you said like a while ago, but I wanted you to finish your point. Like,
Yeah. That's the tough. I think just interrupt me. I'll be
yeah, but
quiet.
it's a skill though too, because that's
Yeah.
we've seen like great minds and thinkers and talkers, like they're able to like. I think that's Jordan Peterson's like superpower. Like he's able to like take a fucking conversation like way out here, but then bring it back to that original point somehow. Like
Yeah.
and like he'll go on these like 20-minute tangents and then like somehow tie it back into the first point or the original question. It's practice.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Did you hear that ding? Was that my computer?
I couldn't hear it. No.
All right. My
I do
computer just
notice.
dinged.
I do notice if you touch you're moving your whole camera around a bunch.
Oh shit.
Like I bet if you're taking a note or writing, that's what I'm worried about.
Oh yeah, when I'm writing. Yep.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Damn.
yeah. So
Okay.
we have to find a different thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I can
Keep it
write
in your
on my
lap or
lap
something.
too. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's good to know. Good awareness, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was gonna say I remember a point. I don't remember who I heard say it or talk about it, but it might have been David Goggins again. But talked about how your mind is like your ultimate adversary because it knows all of your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like your mind knows you better than anything, right? Like anyone can like challenge you, but like your mind knows just the perfect way to like frame things to reinforce you feeling shitty or talking yourself out of why moving down here was better, whatever the fuck thoughts get created.
Yeah.
That like same programming that like beats ourselves up is that like so good at justifying like bullshit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Because, yeah, as I'm kind of suffering from the homesickness, I guess I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't allow any of the thoughts I had to enter my head the whole time until just this last week for some reason. So it's weird. And I was set on moving here well before October 1st, and I wasn't regretting it. I wasn't okay. I never, not one time, I don't know, since we come up with this idea. And then I don't know if it's just hit me on whatever day, probably Thursday, Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like, I think it's like you were talking, it's kind of just normal. It's part of it. It's going to happen. Because, yeah, you start thinking, because it is, your brain does start, like, missing, like, what was the word you said? Fantasizing, or not fantasizing, just like all the good things, making it look way better.
Mm-hmm.
over there because I moved down here for a reason. Like I made that decision for a reason because I was in a shitty space back home and
Idealizing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Idealizing, yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's exactly what. When you said that, and I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that is exactly it. And now I'm like having to check myself, and just be like, okay, you're just doing that because you have these feelings going through your mind right now, your thoughts. I let them creep in.
Yep.
I don't know. It wasn't. I did on Thursday. I did do a Skype call with Trent and like talked and stuff, and that was nice. But it also did. Then I think that might have reinforced a lot of the homesickness because that's my boy back there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Trent because if he's ever gonna watch this, probably not.
Tell him to watch it. Now you gotta tell him, like, bro, we
No.
shouted you out. Don't tell him when though.
Yeah. I was telling him to start after the 11-minute mark. I
Yep.
told him we can get them views up. No. Yeah. Yeah, I think that happened. And yeah, I
Yep.
don't know. I've been talking with a lot of my friends. I like a lot of them. Well, I set up the ice fishing trip too, so maybe that was something like triggered something in my brain to be like, oh, I get to go ice fishing one time instead of, 10 times this
Yeah,
year or
whenever the
something.
fuck you want. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. Well, yeah, we talk like I don't mind talking about this this conversation we had earlier about the homesickness, but
Yeah.
yeah, dad, mom, and all that stuff too. Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Well, Thanksgiving is always like it was always I was the host, or also I was making a bunch of the food, or it was at
Yeah, you
someone
were.
else's place and
Yep.
stuff like that. I still made a bunch of food.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big holiday.
I made so much shit here. Well, it wasn't that much, but I don't know. It was the good stuff. The deviled eggs. Oh,
Yeah. I saw
those were
those
good.
stacked in there. That was
I know.
legit.
They weren't. So I messed up because I should have had apple cider vinegar, and I used regular vinegar, and I could tell.
Mm.
I could tell they just weren't as good, but they're still good. But yeah.
Yeah. That's legit. You had
Thanks
yourself
for
a little party.
yeah, Christmas. We got that turkey.
Yeah.
We should
Yep.
do the
I'll have to
Christmas
cook that.
turkey or something. Yeah,
That sounds good. It's a good turkey too.
I
Good
know.
quality.
That's like one of those things you can have leftovers. Like I'm about to eat leftovers tonight again.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, dude. Yep. Pretty
Turkey.
smash.
The
Last couple
turkey.
days.
It's almost better
I think it
afterwards.
is.
Or
It's
something.
good cold. Like when
Yeah.
it's like heated up, it's good too. I don't know, man. Like it's just good. It's
Yeah.
it's good. But yeah, I think the feelings you're feeling are valid, man. Like I think it's something to like emphasize too is like I've just done this a lot more than you do too. Like I've missed a lot of Thanksgivings and a lot of like with
Yeah.
rugby. When that all started, like I've been in Dubai for Thanksgiving 4 times and like my birthday and like yeah, it's so I've done all like the missing family and like feeling separate from like just a lot more times. This is like your first time ever being
First.
away from family on a holiday. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. Like
Yeah.
it's a hell of a routine to like break. So it's natural like to feel a little heavy being
Yeah.
by yourself. Like I've spent birthday like I've had my times where I've been by myself and like felt really shitty, like to now where I don't really care. Like
Yeah.
I don't
It was weird because I didn't feel like really
shit.
shitty at all.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't feel like I wasn't sitting there and just be like, oh god, I wish I was here and here and here. I
Yeah.
didn't feel that way at all. I think it just was like, I don't know. I think it was
Family's
just
like what makes it that what
all
makes it.
new. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all new experience. Just I don't know. It's all good though. So Yeah. What else you
Yeah.
want to talk about? Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
well, um, I'm I'm a single guy, and
Yeah, he
I did.
is.
I went on a date. Uh,
Ooh.
Dating's been really hard, like for me, because I honestly like I feel like it's weird. I feel like I'm cheating still, like on the last person, even though I haven't talked to her in forever. But so it's
Yeah.
kind of weird, but at the same time, like this last one it was a good experience. I had a good time and stuff. But yeah, she actually messaged me and said she wasn't like romantically interested in me. So I think that's I've obviously put on some weight and not the she's really healthy and stuff too, so I think there was like that. But no, very nice lady. But it was hard to like that rejection feeling, which I don't know. I've kind of initially it sucked, but then you're just kind of like, all right, just got to deal with it. She's really nice too, so it was all good, but it was a weird experience. And honestly, like I know that I'm not really ready to be dating. I guess I shouldn't be dating
Hmm.
because I'm not physically where I want to be. And I'm not mentally where I want to be either. So it's I don't know. I think it's like a crutch. I'm just trying to find somebody to kind of hang out with while I'm down here and do stuff with. But it's I don't think I shouldn't be entering it that way. So I think I realize I need to like step away from that, stay away from it until either it just happens naturally or else I do feel 100% ready. And I don't know when that's going to be, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. It's been weird, but
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
yeah,
No, that's hard, man. Fuck. Like it's hard dating in
yeah,
general these days, but it's also hard dating when your confidence isn't where you'd want it to be.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like because you know that,
yeah,
and so then you're like trying to put on a front like you aren't thinking about that or like you aren't aware. You know, like but you know it. You know, deep down,
I
like,
know.
and that's yeah. But it's yeah, I don't know, man. Like there is something to be said too about finding someone to like pal around with and like through times with together. But then it's yeah, when you know you're not where you want to be, then you're probably going to attract someone in your life that isn't
Yeah,
necessarily who you want to be with. So it's
yeah,
just keeping your guard up, kind of, but like also not isolating yourself. Like it's a fucking interesting dance that you're playing, man. Like it's hard, like and like yeah,
yeah,
like it's the only advice I have is like be the example, be what you want to attract. Like that's what I've heard
yeah,
a lot of people talk about. Jordan Peterson, I think, really like emphasizes that. Just like work on yourself and like it'll come, like and
yeah,
you have been working on yourself a lot,
yeah.
and it's just
Got the
it's been a big
gym
transition
membership
and yep,
squared
gym
away.
membership, keep fucking chipping away. I think something we
Yeah,
both struggle with is implementing a new habit, like
yeah,
something that and this is something I've been aware of and thinking a lot more about the last few days is like we were having these conversations. I feel like I've kind of gone need to brush up on like the tools again. Like I need to like do a little bit more research back into like the actual actionable like psychology track like hacks and like tricks that we used to talk about. And I know
yeah,
we talked about Atomic Habits. There's a book. I don't remember who wrote it. I haven't read the book, but I've listened to a podcast with the author on it, like a few podcasts. And he talks about starting to go to the gym. Like he knew he was like, just whatever, like normal dude. Like it wasn't like big exercise person, and like he started by just going to the gym. Like that was his rule. Like he said, he just had to go to the gym, like drive
Yeah.
to the fucking parking lot.
Show
He
up.
said some days he would, just drive back out, but it started with just like going to the gym, because then you're reinforcing the identity that you are a person that goes to the gym. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the hardest hurdle to get over, is the, like we talked about, like your brain, your mind is going to create all of the reasons to not do the thing, and like try to keep you in the familiar and in the safe
Right.
place. But now you want to push yourself to become a person that exercises regularly. So how do we do that? Break it down to like the smallest, most actionable step to like formulate the habit. And I think that is what it comes down to, is like, how can we take these big fucking habits that we want and narrow them and whittle them down, and like it also comes down to discipline and perseverance of like really chipping away, because he said he started with just driving to the gym, and he did that for like 2 weeks or whatever, and then it was like, okay, now I gotta go into the gym in 5 minutes, like 5 minutes. He gives himself 5 minutes, because what happens is the 5 minutes, a lot of times it's going to turn, you'll do one thing and then it'll turn into another thing. And then it's 15, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes, and that's a studying hack too. Like getting yourself to sit down for that amount of time, no matter what. Like you can start with 5 minutes, often 5 minutes, or start with just writing one line on the page. Often that one line is going to be more than one sentence, and that's what he talks about too, like writing his book. I think he brings that up as well. Like, if I could only write one line, I was going to write one fucking line, but I was going to write every day. I made the rule to like write every day. And then you reinforce in the belief that you are a person that writes, or you are a person that goes to the gym. And then that reduces the amount of friction you feel when on the tough days. Everyone can do shit when you're feeling good,
Yeah.
but self-help, all these tools are for when you're not feeling good. It's like, so yeah, how can we start hacking that shit? And
Yeah.
that's where I want to start working out. I'm going to start working out 20 minutes a day, every day.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Like on my birthday, it's going to be the start. Birthday's on Sunday. It's Monday
Yeah.
right now, or Saturday. It's Monday right now, but like, I'm still going to exercise this week, but just like, it's a rule I'm going to implement that I think will help a lot. It's a small thing, but it's just part of my identity. It's part of feeling good, man. Like moving and exercising. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a long fucking tangent, but
No.
just reminded me of like getting back to the tools again.
Yeah.
Like that.
That was a lot of good advice, though, too. Just because I remember you talking about that before as well. But you don't have to apologize for those tangents, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know.
it was
I know.
good. That was
I started
informative.
repeating myself though. I feel that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll catch you if you do that.
Yep.
It was fine.
Yeah, that's the
It was
thing.
good.
Like, you'll get on a point, and then you just start saying the same point in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the same sentence.
Yep. I feel that. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I've noticed since post COVID, now working from home and stuff, like it's because your routine isn't the same. 'Cause now I work from home 2 days a week, and the other three I'm going into the office. And that changed. Well, before it was I'd work a week in the office and then a week at home.
Hmm.
So it was always like if I get off my routine, it would mess me up. And now I'm trying to struggle of finding a routine because it's always different. I think moving down here is going to help. So I think being down here too is eliminating a lot of distractions, because there'd be times like a friend would text me, "Hey, let's go to the bar," and don't get me wrong, like I miss that a lot. I think that's, but then I would go out and get drunk, and it'd be all like it'd ruin that night, and then probably ruin the next day too.
Yep.
So I think that this gives me an opportunity to just kind of have the same set kind of schedule and eliminate some of those distractions. There's still going to be times where that's going to happen, but I think that's a good thing I got to remind myself of. So I think because Mondays we plan on doing this every Monday, and then Tuesdays I have my uh, mentorship, discipleship program, whatever.
Yep.
And so then that leaves me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that I'll be in the office, and that's where the gym is. It's in the office building. But now I learned that I can go in on the weekends. So I'd like to get up early AF Saturday, Sunday, and go in, get a workout in. And then maybe like we were talking earlier too, like I need to explore the city more. And then like after the gym, just go drive around somewhere. Go take a look at some places.
Yep.
And come back and have the rest of the day to do whatever. I think that's what I need to do. I need to write this down. I need to have a schedule.
It's a good idea.
To see it. So
yeah, having fun with it too. That's exercise. Like, beautiful part is you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, and enjoying it is important. And the gym is fun, man. Like, it's like a big playground.
how did you get to that point? How was it fun for you? Because I always never liked it, but it was just like,
I don't know. Like, you get addicted to, which I think you could become addicted to the gym someday. Of like,
yeah,
because hardcore gym goers, man, are so meticulous. They like to track everything. It's like you're like an avatar in a video game, but you're controlling it. And you watch the weights improve. Like, following a legit routine for like 6 weeks, like a 6 week block, like, and keeping track of your weights and like seeing the weights progressively go up and noticing like how much stronger you are at the end of it than you were at the beginning, like lifting the same weight. It's a fucking super satisfying feeling, man. Like, I think it just comes down to like basic, just feels like you're getting better. Like, when you're in the gym and you're lifting something, like, you're improving in some fucking way. You know what I mean? And there's like very few things that like you can say that. Like, when I'm reading a book, I kind of get the same feeling. Like if I'm reading even if I'm reading like Harry Potter, I still feel like I'm fucking reading. Like most people aren't reading. Like, I'm still reading. Like, whatever. Like, I'm still working on the skill of reading. But yeah, I think finding your thing for it too is like, making it fun. Like, try different shit. Like, try strongman workouts where you're lifting kettlebells or sandbags and tires and shit. Try like CrossFit stuff where you're lifting kettlebells and like random shit like that. Try like free weight, like stuff. Try like different cardio stuff. Like, just change up the stimulus. And because at the end of the day, man, like, we're all gonna die and our bodies are gonna stop working. And like, the more time you put in that place, the more time you're gonna be able to enjoy time with your kids, your grandkids. You're gonna be able to walk around the amusement park and be able to like, I just want to be able to wipe my own ass for the rest of my life. I just don't want to be broken down. So it's part of it. I don't know, man. Like, I got hooked in high school. I had a breakup in my sophomore year of high school, and I started working out like every day after school, and I saw a lot of like growth really quickly. And that was like, I was like, fuck yeah. Like, this, it's like tangible results, like you step on a scale, like, you're going to see you lost weight. Like, that's a good fucking feeling. Like, and get addicted to that feeling. Like, it's the same shit, dude. Like, you don't ever, like, that's the saying of, you don't get rid of a habit, you replace it with a better one. Like, you don't get rid of a bad habit, you replace it with a better one. So it's like, you don't just stop smoking. Like, you stop smoking because you started running, or because like, it's like you can cold turkey shit, you know, like, but usually
Mhm.
there's reason behind it, whatever that cold turkey is. So yeah, it's just figuring out your reasoning. And I've heard a
Well,
lot of, yeah, go ahead.
I was just say, what do you say to people? Because I know there's a lot of people like me. Like, I'm pretty self-conscious. Like, that's always been a turn away to go into the gym. You're always thinking like, oh, this guy's looking at me, or this girl's like, oh, this fat piece of shit's in here. Like, all that shit always went through my head.
Yep.
And I mean, I've gotten a lot better at that, but it's still a little self-conscious. But I think you gave me some great advice. I don't know if you want, because I know I'm sure you could go on a tangent about this. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the advice I gave you. I could go on a tangent like from what you said because it's
yeah,
like fuck those people, dude. Like
yeah,
if anyone's judging you in the gym, best way I've heard that described is like to judge a bigger person in the gym is like judging an illiterate person at the library. Like it's a person, yeah, they can't read, but they're fucking trying. Like it's a person that, yeah, they're not fit, but they're fucking trying. And like anyone that's a part of proper gym culture is like that. And there's so many positive videos on the internet now of like people like supporting each other, dude, like at the gym in different ways. And then there's a lot of videos of dickheads like thinking they're the shit and like trying to take up space, recording their fucking ass on a Instagram video, you know, like,
yeah,
and my long-winded explanation, my point is there's shitty people everywhere, and the people who are going to judge you at the gym, good. It's a fucking barometer. Fuck those people. Don't have them
yeah,
in your life. Avoid them. Who cares? Fuck them. All it really is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. If someone's judging someone for being out of shape at the gym, they are just a piece of shit. Like, and they have to live with that. So
yeah,
it's all playing games with yourself, man. You gotta have like be able to have the conversations with yourself, and that's all
yeah,
it is. And remind yourself like no one gives a fuck about you. Like gym especially is like a weird space where people are in their own bubbles. You know, like there's like etiquette and like like but I don't know, dude. Like it's never bothered me seeing a bigger person at the gym. Like that shit's inspiring because like we fucking come from that shit. Like I know how easy it is to be overweight. Like it's fucking right there, shoved down our throats. Food is fucked these days.
yeah,
Like so you just gotta find your reasons. And like another point on all of this, Ed Milet talks about time he went into the doctor and he had high cholesterol. He was eating, he's ate whatever he wanted. He worked out all the time, but he ate whatever he wanted. So he, burrito, whatever. And says like he even got a burrito that day when he went and saw the doctor. And the doctor came in and like, the doctor was really good at framing things for him. That's why he liked the doctor. And the doctor looked at him and he was like, if you don't change your habits, like, he's like, do you got kids? I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly how the fuck conversation went, but the doctor asked Ed Milet, do you have kids? And he's like, yeah, I love them. They're amazing. They're, whatever, 10, 12 years old, whatever. He's like, well, if you keep doing the things that you're doing, you're not going to see them. You're not going to be able to walk. It was his daughter, like, he talked about, like, you're not going to be able to walk her down the aisle. And, like, he was like, fucking sweet. All right. That's all I needed to hear. Like, I'm going to change my eating habits, like he trains, but like his eating habits were fucked.
yeah,
And so it's like finding, everyone has that thing, like that why. Like you have to find your why and like keep it close at hand. My why is like I fucking know, like if I don't work out, I am a shittier person. Like if I go 3 days without exercise, like I get shitty. Like I don't feel good. Like
hmm,
mentally, I feel off. Like everything, and I think I've used exercise as a crutch for a long time, but it's like the healthiest crutch you could fucking have. Like
yeah, yeah. It's a good crutch to have.
yeah. So I think summarize it all up, like finding a way to make it fun for you and like keep it fun.
Yeah.
You know, like don't just start with all of the shit that you hate, you know, because you're gonna quickly push yourself away from the thing that you want to do. So it's like playing with your mind and your psychology. So figure out a way to make it fun. Find your why, you know, like really like what is it, and get clear.
Yeah.
You want to have kids, you want to run around with those kids, you want to fucking be able to play with those kids, you want to watch those kids, you know, be sitting and watching your kids, you know, like so
Right.
like shit like that is what I think about now. And like yeah, that's like two that I think anyone could start with.
Good.
Just
Yeah, that's great advice. That's exactly what it was, pretty much, too. So,
good.
yeah. Oh, that is good. So, how you doing? How's you went back for family Thanksgiving with your girlfriend, and then
Yep.
what's coming up here? Your birthday? Any big
Yeah.
plans?
Yeah. No.
No.
Never been a big birthday
Just working
planner.
out.
Yeah. Last year was awesome. Went to the Biltmore, big creepy mansion in
What
North
city is that
Carolina.
in here again?
It's in Asheville, North
Asheville.
Carolina.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah.
just outside. Beautiful place, mountainous area, and it's a big building. Big house that was built by the Biltmore family back in 1890 something.
Have you
250 room house.
have you guys been out
Ridiculous.
to the coast yet?
Yeah, we've been out there a few times. We haven't stayed there. We just did like a couple of day trips, like a few day trips, where we
Okay.
just left at like 7 in the morning. It's like 3.5 hour drive. So
Yeah.
you get there by like 10:30, 11. Just hang out all day and then just drive back at sunset.
Yeah, that's
And
something I got to check
it's
out.
it's cool, man. Yeah, it's worth checking out. There's like all the beach houses just like are in Miami and stuff. Like it's just in North Carolina. Like you wouldn't think of North Carolina as having beaches, but there's some nice beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, life's good, man. Life's good. Ebbs and
How do you
flows.
how do you like the battery powered lawn equipment?
Well, it was great. Well, it lasted. No, it's definitely the battery on the lawnmower lasted 15 minutes. So, got to be pretty tactical. Good thing we have 4 batteries.
Yeah.
But we were like leaf blowing at the same time, and like so all the batteries are dead now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think she did say she had to use all 4 of her batteries, and their yard was about, it might have been a little bit smaller, but it's pretty similar yard size. So
yeah, I think with without the leaves, it probably would work fine
how
and
did that
last
work
longer. It
as
was
far as like
okay.
mulching, sucking them up, and
Yeah, it wasn't the best. Didn't work the best, but it worked enough. Like,
okay.
yeah, it wasn't like, wow, this is the best thing ever. But it wasn't like, wow,
Problem.
this is worthless. Like, it was a solid middle. Yeah,
All right. Yeah, that's good to know. I've always questioned like battery powered stuff, but it's a pretty
that's
good deal, I guess. So
yeah, that's the reason. But yeah, fuck. I mean, when they're all charged, and like, I'll be more tactical now. Like, I won't use the batteries, like blow it one night and then the next night fucking mow it, you know, like charge all of them up and then like have them
yeah,
charging
I think
as they die too.
finding one more like blower that uses that battery, because I know they make a different style leaf blower than the
Yep.
one we got. That looks more like the neighbors, but I think if I could find one of those with another battery and charger and everything, 5 batteries, and then
Yeah.
you know
Be
it
legit. It's
it'd
it's
be good.
solid, dude.
Yeah,
It's solid for what it is. It's definitely dope. It's
yeah,
like we have the thing. So it's nice that
yeah.
we get the lawn picked up or the leaves picked up too, because all the leaves
Oh,
fit. So I put all that out there. Gotta put the trash cans
yeah,
out.
yeah. That's right.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, learning. It's fucking.
From
So
down
just so
there.
you guys know, if anyone ever decides to move from the north, thinking they're getting away from shoveling, the fucking leaves fall for like it's been like fuck 2 solid months, like, and there's still leaves
Yes,
on the
since I've
trees.
been
Like,
here. Yeah.
yeah, there's no like in Minnesota, it's 3 weeks and the fucking leaves are gone. Like shit starts changing colors, and then maybe like 6 weeks it'll last. Like when shit changes colors, it's like, oh, this is about to be gone. And then like a few weeks later, all the leaves are gone. Here, it's multiple months. Like it's fucking insane the amount of leaves that fucking picked
Yeah.
up. Like it seems like
I
there's
mean,
more leaves. Well, the trees are bigger, so there probably are
yeah,
more
trees are
leaves.
way bigger. That was still mind blowing. Like the trees down here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's unreal. Like how just like an average tree here is just giant compared to average trees over in Minnesota. And we got some big trees. That one in the cabin, that one's huge.
yep,
But these ones they're not like built the same way. Obviously, they're just way taller, way more
yep,
freaking branches, and I don't know what kind of trees these are, but I'm not a what is a tree person called, an arborist or
yep. Got it.
is that actually?
Yeah,
I was just pulling that out my ass. I thought it was something else,
yeah.
but
Arborist,
I'm not one of
arboretum.
those. I could tell like an apple tree because it has apples on it. other than that,
Yeah, yeah. There's a
other
lot
than
of
that,
different kinds of
birch
trees.
trees. Seen a lot of birch trees hunting, so birchwood.
Yep.
I know what those are. Cottonwood, I guess I could tell if they're no cottonwoods.
As long as it's the time where the cotton's coming out, the
Yeah.
seeds are being spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This
So,
really puts some pressure on the conversation. You want to keep it going?
oh yeah, well, I got one with the. I saw one of those reels. I think I told you about the guy who was like, "Want to change your life? You can just start brushing your teeth with your left hand."
Oh yeah,
And
take 10 deep breaths
yeah, breathing.
in the morning.
And there was one other one. Those are like three things.
Ah, yeah. It was probably something like stop blaming other people for like it was some
I was
shit
like,
like that.
be grateful or something.
Stop complaining. Yeah, yeah. Oh, tell yourself you love yourself
Oh yeah, look in the
10
mirror. Yeah,
times.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
while
mirror.
you're looking in the mirror, which is key. Well, I've
Yeah,
only been doing one of them, I guess now. The brushing with the left hand.
yep,
It's mind-boggling how difficult that is. It shouldn't be. You'd think it'd be simple, but it's literally. It's like I'm. It's no. I've noticed I'm getting better at it though.
yeah,
That's kind of cool. Actually, you can see. You can like I can do like this.
yeah,
Before I could only go like this for some reason.
yep,
So, but it's I don't know. I haven't really noticed. Well, I noticed my brain has learned how to do it.
yeah.
It's learning.
It's
It's
a
improving.
it's a psychology hack for calming down, calming the
Mm,
mind. It's good for anxious people, people who struggle with anger issues and like things like that. I know that. Just trying to remember the stuff I've heard about doing things with your non-dominant hand,
mm.
and yeah, I'm about
I
that.
I could see the like retraining your brain and
Yep.
using different parts of your brain or something. I don't know. That's what
Yeah,
it
it
feels
keeps
like.
you cognitively sharp too. I think yeah, it helps
Okay.
like either develop neurological or like stimulate the growth or like does something with your brain that like it helps. It's like a little exercise. Like it's like a little brain exercise.
Yeah. What what do you think about the mushroom tinctures, mushroom tinctures, or is that what they're called?
Yeah, I
Or
think so.
nootropics stuff? I
Yep.
don't know.
Yeah, nootropics. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's interesting. Took some today, like
What'd you
a
take?
couple times. Took the lion's mane and chaga. So I can definitely tell talking right now, like I'm definitely more sharp.
Yeah.
than I think I would be at the end of the day.
Hmm.
'Cause, 7:18. I've been up since 5:30,
Yeah.
so it's
It's
like
getting late.
easy to like lose. I feel like I'm able to keep stringing my thoughts together better than I normally would at this
Yeah.
time of day.
Yeah. I've noticed a big difference. I guess I don't know if I want to say big difference, but I have noticed a difference so far with the attention span at work being more
Hmm.
focused. I think I've noticed that a lot at work
That's cool.
for sure. And even afterwards, it's still, I think it is, I think it's slowly improving. And the more I took it, like last night, I took the sleep one before bed, and it was the first time I actually felt the effects of it because
Mm,
I slept and I woke up when my alarm went off. That hasn't happened since I've been here, I don't think. Usually I'll sleep
damn.
and then I'll wake up like an hour or two before my
Yep.
alarm goes off, and then I'll
Just
be
like
like, I'll,
stress about trying to fall back
yeah,
asleep. Yeah.
yeah. But part of me kind of missed that because I was so used to it because I knew I'd wake up and then I knew I'd have like an hour or
Couple a
two
little
more
bit
of
of
sleep.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. But this time, all of a sudden, alarm's going off, and I was like, what the fuck? I gotta wake up now?
Yep.
And so now I gotta get used to that if I keep messing with this stuff, which is probably good. It's probably better sleep. Probably had a way better sleep. I
Yeah.
don't really remember anything from last night either. So, well, I mean, like sleeping. Usually I have like a dream or something, or wake up to pee. None of that. So
Yep.
maybe
Damn.
that's helped.
Yeah. Oh, that's tight. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I have noticed I had like the memory or even at work focusing, I've noticed way better, way more improvement,
Yeah. That's
especially
awesome.
because I've been getting into a lot of disputes at work and stuff, not with like coworkers or anything.
Yeah. Just
It's part of the
challenging
job.
like cases and shit.
Yeah, challenging people that think they're right and they're not. Well, not that they're not right. It's just procedure, policy, and
Yep.
that's not really been my forte ever. I'm more of like just a knockout work type guy, just kind of like
Yep.
I can produce, but I struggle in other areas for like reading the procedure and policy and kind of really understanding and fully grasping it. It it's I've noticed that's helped a lot by taking these because I take the 3 in the morning,
Yeah. Fuck
the
yeah.
and then I take 2 at night. I still haven't took like the hair and nails one, but I probably
Yeah.
need that for the hair.
Throw it in there.
Yeah,
Why
I gotta
not?
do that.
Yeah, that's a routine too. It's same, just develop the routine. But that's it, man. Like this, if you want to be a high achiever, you got to do what they do, and that's I know a lot of people definitely advocate for nootropics these days. There's a
Yeah,
lot of solid benefits and
yep.
studies and proof that they help stimulate cognitive function and
Oh,
like brain health. Same
yep.
thing,
What? So
different
another,
words.
yeah, I know you brought up the studies. Did you see that one I sent you about the 7-day fast, like just
Yeah.
drinking water,
Yep. Yep.
about the cancer, whatever it was? I should have wrote
Yeah, it
that
was
down, but I
some
think
crazy ass like reduced risk of
I
cancer,
think it was 70%.
54, 7. Yeah, it was some ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yep. Some random Instagram, it wasn't random, some reputable doctor was
yeah.
talking about it. And then Dana White, he said, um,
He did one. Yeah,
advocated for it as well. I've heard of that. Yeah. 7-day water fast. It's a thing.
yeah. I've
The,
heard
the
of
thing
people.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say people do just random 3 to 4 day fasts. So
Yep.
they'll just
Yep.
drink. They won't eat anything. They'll just drink.
Yeah. I've heard a framework is like, I know George St. Pierre does a 3-day fast. The old UFC fighter. He's like super fit still though. He does a 3-day fast every month. And I've heard like kind of like a framework is kind of like that, like a 24-hour fast once a week ish,
Hmm.
or like once every couple weeks, and then a 3-day fast every like month to 6 weeks, and then like a week fast every quarter, or whatever, like 3 to 6 months, just to like help reset your system. The logic behind fasting makes complete sense, like when
Yeah.
you think about it. When you think about it logically, so I don't remember if the exact number, but they say there's like 7 meals in your body at once, like, so going through digestion and whatever. So our system is constantly working. Like the food that you ate yesterday, it's still digesting, or it's in the small intestine, or it's where, the small intestine is doing something, whatever. The large intestine is doing something, or the colon's doing something, or whatever. So like the process from like when you eat food through your stomach, like you can put like 6, 7 meals, 8, like 5 to whatever, we'll just say like 5 to 7 meals.
Yeah.
And on top of that, so when you fast, it allows all of those systems to have a proper rest and break and like breathe, in a sense, like give them, so then they can like flush out any of the extra bullshit and allow it's you like be able to operate better, kind of like
Yeah.
flushing your oil or type shit. So the logic behind it, the thing I've heard about them is they can be risky if your diet isn't that great going into them. I know that's a thing. Like a lot of fasts have like a diet before them, or a lot of
Okay.
fasts are a type of diet. Like you'll eat or drink only lemon water with cayenne pepper. There's a bunch of different like ways to do it, but I know that's something to be aware of. But ultimately, man, like if the benefits are that good, and it's really good, I've heard, mentally to challenge yourself. I've only not ate for like probably like 30 hours, I think was like the longest, which is ridiculous. Like we can go so long without eating. Like,
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try
so
it, dude. I'm gonna
yeah,
just do it.
fucking do it, man. Yeah, just make sure if you start feeling fucking real weird, eat some food,
Well,
like,
probably
but
be probably
push.
never felt the way I'm gonna feel. So kind of
Yeah, it's surprising. Like you'll definitely be able to tell, like, drinking water suppresses appetite. Like, like
yeah.
you'll be able to tell with all that. Like, and yeah, I think it'd be good for you. Give it a shot, man. Don't kill yourself. But I think mentally, it's the barriers of just like reinforcing that, like, yeah, fuck,
Oh
like
yeah.
we don't need to eat as much as we are told we need to eat. Like,
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah. I think about it's it's back to caveman days, dude. There's no way we were eating every day.
No, yeah, yeah.
Probably
There's a lot
was like
of, yep. That's
once a
another
month.
argument for fasting too. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Because it was
Yeah.
hunting gatherer times. Like there would be days where you wouldn't hunt. You wouldn't get something. Like you wouldn't kill something. So you'd have to fast, or you'd have, like, yeah. There's a bunch of shit. Like we're built to do that. We're built to fast. We're built to run long distance. We're an endurance hunter. So like hunter gatherer times, we're built to just chase prey. So we would chase something, spook it freaks out, runs, and we're able to just maintain this like just consistent pace. And that's how a lot, like, long time, a lot of years our ancestors spent just like marathoning these fucking animals to death, because eventually the animal would either overheat and die, or just overheat to the point of not being able to run away, and then you could kill it.
Yeah. Isn't it?
And
It's amazing thinking about like how we were savages back in the day. Now we're just fucking this.
yep, yeah, we've gotten weak as a species for sure. Like it's off the backs of like a lot of success, and a lot of like, it's the
Yeah.
old quote of tough times create, strong men, strong people. Strong
Strong
people
man.
create easy times create weak people create tough times. Like it's kind of that cycle that we're in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're in the weak part where everything's
Yeah.
gotten very soft and cushy, and That's why it's hard to make change, dude. Like it's like
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta
it's
get
way
yourself
easier
to
to do
do all
nothing.
this
Yeah,
shit. Yeah. Like getting yourself
Guar-
to work out is like everything around it is like, why the fuck work out? Like I don't need to leave. I don't need to move. I don't need to.
right.
Like I can just call food to my house. Like why the fuck, you know?
Yeah,
So that's also another way to motivate yourself. It's like the rebellion, man. Like training and being healthy is like a fucking fu to the man. You know, like
right.
it's like when shit hits the fan, like you know, at least be fit enough to outrun some people. Like fuck,
Hmm.
like
Good point.
yeah.
You're gonna
So
have to.
find all types of ways to motivate yourself. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's just doing it. Like
that's a good one, dude.
it is the easiest way. If you're having a shitty day, exercise. You got better that day. Boom. Like it's like that simple. Like it's like one of those types of things. I think that's
Yeah,
why I really like it. It's like a very actionable, and I think I've leaned on it a lot. like probably too much to the point of like I've used. Well, I ran today. Yeah, but you skipped work, you know, or you fucking
yeah.
like
Okay,
you
yeah. I can
fucked up
see that.
all these other things, but you exercised, you know. So I've used it as a coping mechanism too. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
How you feeling? Hitting the wall? I mean, you've been
Shoot.
up since fucking 5,
Yep.
so
I'm ready to eat dinner and
yeah.
watching Parks
I,
and Rec.
Nice.
Introducing my girlfriend to all of
She hasn't
all of
seen
the.
that yet.
No, dude,
Oh my!
she hadn't seen The Office.
What? Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god!
we watched the whole Office. She got
Nice.
that down now. And it's so funny watching that show, dude. Like Dwight's such a
Oh
weirdo, and then
yeah,
like Dwight's the man.
I
like
know.
it's like
Yeah,
at the end, you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I get this, dude."
yeah,
but,
yeah.
but
Plus,
yeah,
it's
now we're
probably.
watching Parks and Rec, and we just got to like the middle of season 2, and I think that's right where it gets good.
Oh,
It's
I'm
amazing.
actually jealous of her though.
I know.
Like, you get to watch that all over, and you never
yeah,
saw it. You know. Oh,
that's why I get
because
to I like push her. I have to like force her. It's gonna get better. Like Parks and Rec starts kind of slow. It's a little, it's
yeah,
very silly. Like the first couple of seasons, and
yeah.
then
Uh,
it's like any show though. I've realized like people find their characters. Like you know,
yeah.
like after the first couple seasons, they like really find who the fuck their character is, and
Is
they
is um is it Andy? No, not Andy.
yeah,
The main character guy. Why can't I think of her name? April and April Ludwig, and
yep.
who's her boyfriend?
Fuck.
Husband.
Andy's his name in the show, but
Is it
his real
really?
name is yeah. His real name is
Yeah. Christian guy, big actor, all the Marvel
oh,
movies.
yep.
Uh, I
Guardians
love
of
the guy.
Galaxy. Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. Very very cool dude. Funny. Goofball. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good yeah, that's kind of it's his show for sure, like where he got his like big
Is he in the first
breaker.
season? Yeah, he is in the
Yeah,
first
he's
season.
there. He's the one that fell in the pit and broke his
Yeah, I think
legs.
when they become a couple, I think, yeah, that's probably right now, in the middle
Yeah,
of
they have already
second
broke
season.
up. So yeah, they broke up. Yeah. We ain't
Yeah,
gonna talk about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
So yeah, we can get off.
Time to
we're
go.
real people too. We watch TV shows. Yeah, no, but it was a good talk, man. Do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe on Sunday. I don't know.
Why, you can be busy Monday or what?
No, I just think doing it like in the morning would be cool at some point.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like trying it out. I don't know. If we're both like free on Sunday
Yeah,
type shit. And then
that's a
like
good
Monday is
idea.
just like a long day already. This is starting to yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I
We'll
think,
see.
well, because we did this last week too when we were supposed to do this. We talked for a long time.
Yep.
And even before this, we talked, and it was all
Yep.
stuff we needed to talk about, but it was tough to like, are we going to It'd be too hard to do it in this podcast form. I think
Yeah.
right now, at least, because we're working
Yep.
through stuff. So
We're building it as we go. This
yeah,
is
because
for us,
yeah,
it's for other people too, but like this, like, I have to reinforce that because it is, we're getting
yeah,
better.
you, I know, like what in the beginning here, it drove me. Like I saw how excited you were about this, and you're like, I always wanted to do this, and like that really pumped me up. So like I'm super excited. And today, yeah, I wasn't in the best mindset to start. When we had that talk. So,
Yep.
but I don't know. Now we're tired, so I'm gonna go watch the Vikings win
Oh yeah, fuck yeah,
and
dude. Yep.
eat dinner. So,
Tight.
but yeah, we'll
Signing
see you.
off. We gotta also come off with a closing thing because
Yeah,
that's a thing.
yeah, definitely figure out something. I don't know. What do they do?
Middle Way Podcast. Find us
Middle
on
way.
nothing yet still,
YouTube.
but we're on YouTube. On
Yeah,
YouTube. On the tube of YouTube. Yeah. But yep.
it's been fun.
Catch you all next time.
All right, we'll see you. Have a good night.